Everlasting memories are created through the eyes of the young. A youthful gaze best reflects awe and possibility. And Angel fans, both young and old, will forever remember the December day when they heard the promise of lifelong memories to come.
Number 5 for your Angels, Albert Pujols.
Angel fans, now clad in the jersey of this consummate player, have assembled in anticipation of one who promises to lift his worthy teammates to the highest level of their sport. The attention of the entire baseball world is focused today on the Los Angeles Angels.
After a very long winter, you can smell the freshly cut grass. You see the chalked out diamond. It is time for baseball. Opening day 2012, 118 days since the announcement under the big hat of Albert Pujols signing with the Angels along with C.J. Wilson. And moments ago, this is what Angel fans have been waiting for.
Batting third at first base, number 5, Albert Pujols.
Hi, everybody, from inside the Big A. I'm Victor Rojas, along with my partner, Mark Gubza. Glad you could join us for Angels baseball once again on Fox Sports West. Tonight, game 1 of a 3-game set against the visiting Kansas City Royals. And as we pointed out, obviously, since December the 10th, the announcement just outside the Big A, the anticipation of number 5 wearing that Angels uniform, a huge impact to this franchise.
Well, Victor, that ovation alone tells you how important he is to this franchise right now, coming in there, electricity. And why not? Albert Pujols, when you put him up there as far as numbers with the all-time greats, he matches up with the best of best. He out there sees the ball very well, puts up numbers, wins championships, and above all, he's out there and transforms this entire lineup, 1 through 9, into a very dangerous lineup.
That entire lineup will be facing a left-hander by the name of Bruce Chen. Bruce Chen, well, he's got to deal with an 18-game winner. Jared Weaver towing the slab for the Angels. A terrific, terrific season for him last year. We continue to get you ready for opening day and first pitch, and we'll do that when we return to the Big A.
For the Angels, it began on October 28. Jerry DiPoto named the general manager of the Halos. He started right away by getting Chris Iannetta, and then the rumors at the winter meetings about Albert Pujols and C.J. Wilson.
Boy, to get the opportunity to not get one, but both of the premier free agents, all of a sudden this franchise has been transformed. They go down to spring training, put up very good numbers. Mark Trumbo, who had 29 home runs in that first base position, moves to third, transition great. And Kendrys Morales, what a story, coming back and swinging like the Kendrys of old.
There is no doubt this is the most anticipated season ever. It begins tonight. Guess what, folks? We're just about ready for baseball. Sit back and relax. Lineups and first pitch right after this. A capacity crowd expected here at the Big A, as we pointed out. Game number 1 of the 2012 season, and a 3-game set beginning against the Kansas City Royals. This place is flat out electric, especially with the player announcement out on the foul line. Now, that third base foul line, huge ovation obviously for Albert Pujols, and probably equally as loud an ovation for Kendrys Morales.
Well, I'll tell you what, I've been lucky to be through a number of opening days. I've never seen anything quite like this. This almost has that feeling of a 7th game of a World Series. The electricity, like you said, Victor, coming into the ballpark, and of course, once you're in this ballpark, unbelievable.
Well, the umpires and the managers, Ned Yost for the Kansas City Royals, Mike Socha for the Angels, have exchanged the lineup cards. Jared Weaver, as we just saw in the dugout, is ready to go. An 18-game winner just a season ago, and a guy that is the way he has stepped his career forward, beginning a couple of seasons ago. Once John Lackey departed, he kind of took the reins of that rotation and has not looked back.
Oh, he's been throwing the ball so well. And again, opening night, your routine's a little bit different than norm because it's a little bit stretched out. So Jared, of course, had his regular bullpen sessions, some long tosses before he went out to throw, and a little more time coming in. So that first few pitches, getting acclimated to the game mound as compared to the bullpen mound, very important for Jared.
Take a look at the Kansas City Royals last season. 20 games under 500 at 71 and 91. They are managed by Ned Yost. They have this lineup for opening night. Alex Gordon is the left fielder. Lorenzo Cain, his first opening day roster, is in center field. Eric Hosmer, the rookie from last season, terrific numbers and a threat in that 3-hole. Billy Butler is the cleanup hitter at DH. Frenchie, Jeff Francoeur, is in right field. Yuniesky Betancourt back in Kansas City, and this time at second base. Mike Moustakas, the Southern California product, is over at the hot corner. Brian Pena gets the start behind the plate. Now, City's Escobar, in his second season with Kansas City, will bat ninth and play shortstop. Taking on the strapping right-hander from Simi Valley, California, Jared Weaver.
18-game winner last season, 2.41 ERA. 198 strikeouts in his 230-plus innings pitched, always around the strike zone. Very good changeup, very good curveball, slider, two different types of fastball, and has worked on a cut fastball. Hopefully carry from the spring training into the real game.
Let's take a look at the Home Depot doing more on defense for the Angels. Vernon Wells in left, Peter Borges in center, Torrey Hunter is in right field. In the infield, you have Mark Trumbo at third, Eric Ibar at short, Howie Kendrick at second, Albert Pujols at first base, and one of the new acquisitions, Chris Iannetta, will serve as Jared Weaver's battery mate.
And Mark Trumbo getting that start at third base. Last year we saw him get the start at first base. Made that transition very smoothly. Has been tested, especially that last game out against the Dodgers with C.J. Wilson on the hill. Very strong arm. Coming in on the baseball is going to be a challenge and only getting better.
Weaver, a season ago, 18-8, a 2.41 earned run average, 235 and 2/3 innings for him, a career high. Ready for the first pitch of the 2012 season. Here it is. A fastball that just misses off the plate. It is ball one. Alex Gordon, a former second overall draft pick by the Kansas City Royals back in 2005, a breakout season last year. As he swings and fouls one back, and the count is even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Gordon, a guy who came up as the guy, not the heir apparent because George was already gone, but they've been looking for a third baseman for a long time to fill that void of number 5. It didn't work out for Gordon, and he certainly has made the most of playing left field as he skies one out to shallow center. Peter Borges is there, and the first out of 2012 is in the books.
Well, that always feels good to get that first out. The first pitch just off the strike zone for Weaver and came right back, get a fly ball out. Again, you're going to see a lot of fly ball outs with Jared Weaver, and with that outfield that the Angels have, if it stays in the yard, it's going to be caught.
So 1 out, nobody on for Lorenzo Cain. The center fielder. One of the quote-unquote kids that came over from the Milwaukee Brewers. The Zach Greinke deal. Alcides Escobar another. Great numbers at AAA last year. 312, 16 home runs, 81 runs batted in. Got into 6 games last year with Kansas City. Very good speed. Could track it down in the outfield as he fouls one off to the right. And he's got some pop in that bat, too.
Yeah, he does. He hit the ball very well in spring training. Granted, numbers in Arizona are a little bit different than when you go to the big league ballparks. But the reality is, with a young hitter up there, Jared Weaver is going to try to expose the fact he's going to be aggressive. The butterfly's going. Throw some pitches out of the strike zone, see if he'll chase.
Mentioned Cain had a very good spring, a 371 average. 20 runs, scored 11 doubles. Tried to hold up the swing. He went around, so it's Bach and Bob Davidson. Bob is over at first. Jerry Lane behind the plate. Hunter Wendelstedt at second base. Dan Bellino at third, a veteran crew. Here's the 1-2 upstairs. Little chin music for Cain. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
That was the 4-seam fastball. The pitch before with that great move was his no-seam fastball that he learned from Scott Shields when they were together in the Angel organization. Just mess around playing catch in the outfield.
Weaver's 2-2 pitch. Fastball. Got him looking on the inside corner. Down goes Cain. There's out number 2.
The reputation of having great off-speed pitches freezes him here. There's a fastball, running action, catches a lot of that inside part of the plate. Always a good idea if you're a pitcher early in the game. You have not shown your opponent all your out pitches so far. A lot of fastballs early on for Weave.
Here's Eric Hosmer, the first baseman. He'll take the pitch down low. Hosmer got into 128 games last year for Kansas City, called up at the early part of May. And all of the hype surrounding the young man did not disappoint as he teased big rip and lofts one down the left field line. Long run for Vernon Wells. Jared Weaver has himself a 1-2-3 inning. We head to the bottom of the first. Ibar, Kendrick, and number 5, Albert Pujols, due up with no score. Jared Weaver, nice 1-2-3 inning. Take a look at Mike Scioscia starting 9 for the Halos. Ibar leading things off at shortstop. Howie Kendrick will bat second, play second base. Albert Pujols into 3-hole at first base. Torrey Hunter's the cleanup hitter in right. Vernon Wells in left. Kendrys Morales for the first time since May of 2010 in a major league lineup. He's the DH. Mark Trumbo at first. He's the 7th place hitter. Chris Iannetta is doing the catching. And Peter Borges batting ninth and playing center field. They take on the 34-year-old Panamanian Bruce Chen. A bunt on the first pitch, and Ibar is retired for out number 1. Let's take a look at the defense for the Kansas City Royals. Alex Gordon in left, Lorenzo Cain at center, Jeff Francoeur in right, Mike Moustakas at third, Alcides Escobar at shortstop, Yuniesky Betancourt as a second baseman, Eric Hosmer is over at first base, and Brian Pena is doing the catching. All right, your turn.
Eric Hosmer, one of the best fielding first basemen. Again, similarities between him and Wally Joyner, who came over from the Angels to play first base for the Kansas City Royals. Very slick as far as fielding balls in the dirt. Good arm also.
Kendrick looks at a strike. Howie a 285 average last year, 18 home runs, 63 runs batted in, had 30 doubles, 6 triples. Swings through the fastball, and it's no balls, 2 strikes. Pujols on deck. Hunter to follow if we get that far. Weaver with that 1-2-3 first inning, including a strikeout. Now he fouls it off. A little bit of an emergency hack there on that high fastball.
Yeah, Bruce Chen at times has a sneaky fastball. He's around 84. Sometimes on a 4-seam fastball can touch 90. Curveball, slider, changeup. Did a nice job at fielding his position against Eric Ibar. They done a nice bunt. But Chen fielded his position very well.
0-2 out towards center field and hit well. Lorenzo Cain back. Base of the wall. Howard's going to try to get into second, and he is in there standing up with a double.
Batting third, number 5, first baseman Albert Pujols.
First pitch to Pujols is inside, a breaking ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Albert, last season with the St. Louis Cardinals. Hit .299, 37 home runs, 99 runs batted in. A career .328 hitter. Kendrick with a pretty good lead at second base. Pujols takes upstairs, and the flash bulbs popping throughout the Big A.
Yeah, you're wondering how many pitches are going to give close enough for Albert to be able to attack with an open base. Even though it's early in the ballgame, you don't want to add extra base runners. But here for Bruce Chen, who's had little success against Albert, he's going to try to make Albert chase.
That's yanked down the left field line. There's a delayed strike call apparently by Jerry Lane. So a ball and 2 strikes on Albert.
Albert 3 for 8 against Bruce with 2 home runs.
Howie Kendrick with a 1-out double stands at second. Chen and Pena trying to get on the same page here. Upstairs, 2-2 now. Chen, a 12-game winner last season with Kansas City, 12-8, a 3.77 ERA. He was the Royals Pitcher of the Year last year, 10th organization. And a fantastic story of perseverance. He's been around a long time. 2-2, little jam shot, liner to short. That's going to double up Kendrick. The inning comes to an end. No runs, a double, nobody left on base. 1 complete here at the Big A. We are scoreless. love bacon? Then try the new BLT Cheeseburger Combo right now at Jack in the Box for just $4.99 plus tax. By Hyundai. New Hyundai owners are talking about their cars in the booth. And by 76 Gas. We're on the driver's side.
Top of the second from the Big A here in Southern California. No score. Butler, Francoeur, and Betancourt to face Jared Weaver. Had himself a 1-2-3 frame in the first, including a strikeout. Lorenzo Cain went down looking. Butler will look at a fastball for a strike. Really the designated hitter. Hit .291 last year, 19 home runs, 95 runs batted in, a career high for him. Jacksonville, Florida native. Gets jabbed and pulls it foul in on the hands. No balls and 2 strikes. There's Ned Yost, the skipper of the Royals, took over on May 13, 2010. Managed the Brewers for a time. He was in the Royals front office when they decided to make a change in 2010. It came down and took over. Been there since. 0-2 swing and a miss. Down goes Butler. There's out number 1, and we'll take a look at our Hyundai key to the game.
Well, Victor, I'm going to bring out some Pink Floyd for you right here. Welcome to the machine. Albert Pujols. What he does not only himself with the batter's box and in the field, but what he does around the dugout, that lineup, everyone's so much better with his presence.
Jeff Francoeur, the batter. He shoots one over to Pujols. 2 outs off the end of the bat.
Well, you love those quick outs, especially most times your first start or two during the regular season. You want a somewhat of a pitch count, so if you get those quick ones, a good opportunity to be in there in 7th, 8th, and possibly 9th inning.
2 very quick outs for Weave. Yuniesky Betancourt, the second baseman, steps to the plate. He was part of that deal going to Milwaukee with Zach Greinke. Last year with the Brewers at .252 while playing shortstop. With 27 doubles, 3 triples. Lays off the breaking pitch. Evens a count at 1 ball, 1 strike from a guy that can pick it at times. Sometimes can be a defensive liability. Limit that liability by moving him to second base. Especially with Escobar playing shortstop now.
Yeah, I think he's always had a pretty good arm. It's times where he loses focus and makes errors on routine plays that force him over that second base position. More time to be able to react on your throw over to first base.
Cuban native. Went to the big leagues with the Seattle Mariners. Here's the 1-2. This one pulled over to third. Trumbo tested early here. A little bit of a bobble. Pulls off the bag, but Albert can't get the baseball and get back on there. Should be an error on Trumbo. It is.
Well, at times it's that the transfer from the glove to the throwing hand. Last time we saw that at Dodger Stadium, Albert trying to reach back. Well, it looked like he still might have got his foot. It's pretty close to first base. The reason why Albert has won some Gold Gloves there.
Yeah, that left foot may have gotten there. Tough call. Not an easy call for an umpire, having to look to see if the first baseman's got the baseball in his possession and also touching the base. Pitches a strike on the outside corner to Mike Moustakas.
Yeah, generally close plays at first base umpires listen for sound, but when the ball's on the ground, you're picking it up and you're trying to touch the base, that becomes an issue for the first base umpire.
So Trumbo commits his first error of the season. Comes with 2 outs here in the second. 0-1 pitch, missing inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. And the one thing that we did not see throughout spring training, as far as Mark Trumbo is concerned, we didn't see too many problems with throwing across the diamond. That wasn't even an issue. It's almost an afterthought, considering how strong of an arm that he has. What we have seen here the last couple of days is just a little bit handcuffing himself. And in that transfer, as you were talking about, glove the bare hand.
And a lot of times it comes down with confidence. Once he starts getting some plays going, get a good rhythm at the third base position, and makes that throw. You'll see guys that have plenty of time will overthrow that throw to the first base. Eventually he'll figure that one out, take a little bit more off, and make sure a strong throw over to Albert at first base.
Quick throw to first. Betancourt is back.
One thing Kansas City does, they do run a lot. They don't possess a ton of power as far as an everyday lineup, but they will run. 153 stolen bases last year, second in the American League.
Betancourt not known to be a speedster. Had just 4 bags last year. 2-1 pitch. Moustakas throws this one back behind the plate. Iannetta will give it a glance, but it's in the seats. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, we saw Mike Moustakas, who hit his first career home run here at the Big A. He's very quick on the inner half of the plate. And slow stuff, whether curveball or changeup, down and away, very effective against him. But super quick inside.
He made his debut right here June 10th of last year. First major league hit, a single off Irvin Santana. Two. Fouls it back. The Royals team that last year hit 275 as a ball club. Scored 730 runs, a non-base percentage of .329. A lot of young players. Matter of fact, youngest roster in Major League Baseball. At 27 years of age and 155 days. Another 2-2, missing inside, and it's a full count.
This is an opportunity for Jared to be able to pick up Mark Trumbo, third base. It's your job as a pitcher when a mistake's made. You don't want to make him feel bad. Just try to get through the inning, let him get up there with the bat for too long. And it forces a few extra pitches here now for Jared Weaver, thinking he was already through the inning.
Three-two. Lifted in the air. Third base side. Trumbo into foul territory. Makes the catch. The inning comes to an end. No runs, 1 error, 1 left on. We hit the bottom of the second, scoreless. One of your all-time favorites.
Oh, never missed. I think I know every single one of the old Three Stooges. The 18, 20-minute takes. Love those.
You have a favorite?
Yes, I do. I remember the one where he punches, I think it's Shemp, punches a wall and has a gigantic hand after doing so. So a number of those slapstick type humor. Good for me.
Easy comedy.
Yes.
No score here in the bottom of the second. Torrey Hunter, Vernon Wells, Kendrys Morales against Bruce Chen, who had himself an inning in which he faced just the minimum, 3, courtesy of double play ball. .23 home runs, 82 runs batted in for Torrey a season ago, .262 average. He takes that pitch just outside.
Well, you can see right away Bruce Chen's game plan. Pitches away, sinker, changeup away, fastball away. Shows you a cut fastball or fastball up and in, but it's trying to get you to swing at something out of the zone.
Torrey rolls this one to the left side. Escobar picks it up, fires it on to first, and there is out number 1.
And got Torrey to swing at that pitch that was down below the knees. All speed. And a very good combination. You can throw a sinker away and back it up with a changeup, same plane but different speeds. Get some easy outs that way.
First career opening day start, as we pointed out, 10 major league teams as Vernon Wells looks at a strike. Vernon, admittedly so, his worst offensive season of his career, .218 average last year. Just almost a month in May due to the groin strain. 25 home runs, 66 runs batted in. Angels overall offensively last year, it was a struggle. 7th in batting average, 8th in home runs, 10th in runs scored. And a team on base percentage of just .313. That one catches the inside corner, 1-2. Bruce Chen coming out, throwing strikes.
1-1 in his career versus the Angels with an ERA. It's a little bit over 4.
Vernon pulls this one past Escobar. Kane was shading Wells a little bit towards left center field, picks it up, and the center fielder gets the baseball back in.
Well, if there's one guy you like to see get off to a quick start for the Angels, Vernon Wells. Get that confidence back. Change up away. Didn't try to do a whole lot with it. Try to punch it up the middle. Gets rewarded with a base hit.
Terrific ovation for Kendrys Morales. Takes a strike. Last time in that batter's box, May 29, 2010. A walk-off home run that resulted in a broken ankle, a celebration at the plate. 2 major surgeries later as he pulls this one towards short, backhanded by Escobar. Betancourt, the relays in time. The Royals have turned 2 double plays. We're through 2 and still scoreless. the proud sponsor of opening week baseball. Beautiful shot high above the Big A. No scores. We start the third. Pena, Escobar, and Gordon against Jared Weaver. That's 8-9-1 for Kansas City. 2 strikeouts, no walks, 1 base runner. That was the error by Trumbull. It was Pena, the switch hitter. Takes outside. 1 ball, no strikes. 248 last year for Kansas City. 24 runs batted in. The Royals were hoping that it was going to be Salvador Perez behind the plate for not only this season, but for many seasons to come.
One of their best prospects.
A torn cartilage in his left knee. He's going to be out for some time, a couple of months. They have Pena, the leftover, who at one time was with the Atlanta Braves organization, and the Royals made a trade during spring training and picked up Humberto Quintero. 2-1 from Weaver. This one grounded through the hole on the left side, and the leadoff man is on board for Kansas City. Kids, this Easter, come collect your eggs, see the Easter Bunny, and hop around the bases after the Angels take on the Kansas City Royals Sunday, 12:35 p.m. For more information, visit angels.com/promotions. I don't want to throw you to the fire.
I was ready for that one.
Right
I was
from
ready.
the get-go.
I was ready.
You sure?
Yep.
All right. Just making sure. Now, City's Escobar will step in. Venezuelan native. 254 last year in his first season with Kansas City. He'll look at a pitch down low. Escobar can run. 26 stolen bases a season ago. And he's also a guy that may possess a little bit of pop in his bat. You can get him certainly to expand his strike zone.
Slider, very effective pitch against him.
This being the 11th start of Jared Weaver in his career against Kansas City. 5-4 mark at 2.38 ERA. But only 1 start last year. Escobar pulls one to left field, and that's going to get down for a hit. So the Royals with a couple of knocks to start this third inning. That'll bring up the leadoff man, Alex Gordon. A couple of pitches elevated by Jared.
Exactly. Most time you're going to see a ball that's flared somewhat into the outfield. It's going to be an elevated pitch. Fastball up. Want to go down and away, induce him to hit into a ground ball, better chance of turning 2. Fastball up. Kind of a top hand swing, hits it in left field for a hit right in front of Vernon. A tough hitter up here in Alex Gordon with first and second, no outs.
Gordon, the first batter of the game, hit a fly ball to Borges in the first inning, 0 for 1. Trumbo playing in on the grass. At third base, Ibar trying to keep Pena close to the bag at second. Pena not a whole lot of speed. Outfield straight around for the Halos. Off speed pitch is in for a strike.
Boy, a real nice changeup. Most times when you'll see a leadoff hitter in this situation, you think in terms of bunt, but Alex Gordon, one of their better hitters hitting in a leadoff position, will not be asked to bunt.
Oh, 1 pitch. It's down and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jared in that 1 start against Kansas City last year, 6 2/3, 6 strikeouts, couple of hits. Picked up the win. Not too many guys familiar with Weaver in this Royals lineup. He went around. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Gordon with a 286 average in limited appearances against Weaver with 1 home run. Betancourt the same thing, 286 with 1 home run.
We wonder if he'll go upstairs with a fastball now after 2 changeup. They were up in the strike zone. Might be susceptible to a high fastball now.
They want an appeal. It did not go. Mentioned in his first at bat the transition that Gordon made from third base out to left field. Won a Gold Glove last year. Made some spectacular plays. Halos didn't like facing the Royals last year. Some tough games. 2-2. He went around on that one. Down goes Gordon. There's out number one. A big strikeout for Weaver. Hey folks, aerial coverage is provided by Goodyear. Everything Goodyear has learned, making tires that go the distance, inspires what they roll into yours.
With some great views. Well, that's the beauty of having a guy that can get the strikeout. Jared Weaver. First and second, a lot of times you're hoping that maybe you get a ground ball. But the ability to get that strikeout against a very tough hitter in Alex Gordon. Pitched him well, a couple fastballs, some changeups, and then tied him up with a fastball inside. Good fastball in after a changeup up 90 miles an hour on the inside part of the plate.
Kane looks at a breaking pitch for a strike. He went down looking in the first inning. Pena and Escobar opening up this third inning with base hits. Strikeout of Gordon. Now Lorenzo Kane. Trumbo back at third. Weaver and Iannetta going to talk things over.
And still, just to get together with your catcher, get familiar. Plus, as a pitcher, you pitched all those day games in Arizona. It's a little bit different feel trying to be able to pick up the signs from a catcher in a night game. Make sure you're on the same page.
Jared last pitch Sunday against the Chicago Cubs in Tempe. 0-1 outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Third consecutive opening day start for Weaver. Well-deserved honor. Dan Herron will get to start tomorrow afternoon. It's a day game tomorrow on Fox Saturday Baseball. And then Sunday afternoon wrapping up a 3-game set. Irvin Santana will go for the Angels. Got jammed and fouls it back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Royals will have Luke Hochevar tomorrow. Jonathan Sanchez on Sunday for the San Francisco Giant.
Who wants to do a no-hitter for the Giants?
One, two, got him swinging. Down goes Kane. Back-to-back strikeouts for Weaver. 2 outs.
Boy, last time up, a lot of fastballs to Kane. This time, a number of sliders, and this one was nasty, especially when you have an opportunity to expand the strike zone off the plate and down. Some out in front. Once you make that commitment, unable to even foul that pitch off.
Work still to be done here against Hosmer. 2 on and 2 outs. Royal first baseman hitting a fly ball to left in his first inning at bat. Thought about pulling the trigger, takes it for a strike.
I was talking to Kevin Seitz, the hitting coach for the Royals, about what player you could compare him to, and he said a lot like Gonzalez on Boston as far as the swing, but a little more violent, he said, but tremendous power to all fields.
Up and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Weaver was looking into Jerry Lane, asking for an appeal, but Lane had the call. Another guy that I guess you could compare Hosmer to would be first baseman for the Cincinnati Reds, Joey Votto.
Real good power to left center field. Quick enough to turn on a pitch.
Reaching for that one. Taps it foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Ideally, that's what you want to get him to do. Chase pitches down and away. Now you got a chance to try to sneak a fastball in that same plane on the outer half of the plate. Maybe a baseball off the corner.
He had a monster spring with 398, 5 home runs, 29 runs batted in, a 453 on base percentage. 1-2. And he struck him out. Not a foul tip. Iannetta fires the first. Jared Weaver gives up back-to-back hits to start the inning and then strikes out 3. We head to the bottom of the third. Scoreless. season that he had last year. Home runs and RBIs leading the team. Jody Garrett, 2003, Albert Pujols, 2001. It's the impact that he had. He knew going into this offseason, Doobie, that he needed to cut down the strikeouts, work on that on-base percentage, and he gets to do that now from that bottom part of the order.
Exactly. Generally, at that part of the order, you're going to get some more fastballs. And, of course, he's been picking the brain of Albert Pujols quite a bit about the approach for a power hitter against certain pitchers.
Leading things off here, looks at a strike. Trumbo, Ionetta, and Borges, 7, 8, and 9. 254 last year, the 29 home runs, 87 driven home, had 31 doubles. Voted by the Angels players as the team MVP last season.
He had a pretty good cut at that fastball. Bruce Chen tried to go inside with that pitch, but left it out over the plate, and Trumbo fouled that straight back. Never a good feeling when you're on the hill and you're throwing the pitch and then the guy fouls it straight back. You know they're on that one.
Mark hit a laser beam of a home run down the left field line here on Monday against the Dodgers. Then on Wednesday went just to the left of the batter's eye at Dodger Stadium, 444 feet. That pitch is upstairs. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Second in the voting for American League Rookie of the Year. Jeremy Hellickson winning it for the Tampa Bay Rays. Chen with a 1-2 pitch. In tight, evens the count. Foul back. There's Tris Ionetta waiting for that first AB in an Angels uniform on the Colorado Rocky. Two. Oh, he tied him over the good fastball in. And that is the first strikeout for Bruce Chen. 1 out. Here comes Ionetta.
He did a nice job as far as pitch before, a cut fastball and then back it up with another fastball, a true fastball inside part of the plate.
Mentioned Chen in the first inning. 10 major league teams. The product of perseverance. He's played with the Royals, the Orioles, the Atlanta Braves, the Phillies, the Mets, the Expos, Red Sox, Reds, Astros, and the Texas Rangers. And of all the teams that he has played for, the most wins he has racked up is 25 for this Kansas City Royals team.
When he's around the strike zone, he's very effective.
2 balls and no strikes. And I guess you look at it, have left arm, will travel. Ask Jamie Moyer.
Still an amazing story there in Colorado.
Swing and a miss on the off-speed pitch. 2 balls and a strike. Didn't you guys play a Legion ball in Philadelphia?
Yeah, quite a few years ago.
Are you making a comeback?
No.
You could be the right-handed Jamie Moyer.
No, I'm all right.
No desire?
No. Unless they can move that mound into about 40 feet away, I don't have a chance to get anybody out.
Fouled straight back. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Never know unless you try, right? You throw a lot of batting practice.
And the kids at the high school remind me why I still can't get anybody out. They hit a lot of home runs against me there, too.
He foul tipped it, hung on to by Pena. Jerry Lane makes the call. 2 outs, back-to-back strikeouts for Bruce Chen. Brings up Borges.
Well, you mentioned Jamie Moyer and Bruce Chen, same thing. When they're behind the count, which was 2-0, he threw Ionetta a changeup, and then get him to think of something else. Elevates a fastball, gets him on a check swing, foul tip. For him to be successful, he's got to avoid the middle part of the plate.
Borges showing bunt, takes that pitch just a little bit low. Settling into that 9th spot in the order for Mike Scioscia, 271 last year, 12 home runs, 43 runs batted in. Takes a strike. First full season in the big leagues, did not qualify, had too many at-bats the year before in order to be considered a rookie last season. 1-1, shot to right field, a base hit. 2-out knock for Borges. Spins the lineup around at the top, and Eric Ibar coming to the plate. See what Mike does with the leadoff man at the plate. Peter, good speed, 22 stolen bases last year.
With Chen, about an average pickoff move to first. Will incorporate a slide step. Not particularly quick on his normal times to the plate. 1.4 to 1.6 range.
A ball and no strikes on Ibar. Trying to bunt his way on. The first inning, Chen did a nice job. Left-hander that falls off a little bit towards the third base side to kind of right himself and get back to his left, cut that ball off before it got by the mound. Moustakas is playing in just about even with the bag at third. Great shot from high above. And right now, credit to Bruce Chen establishing that inside part of the plate against right-handed batters and not afraid to do so.
Boy, doing a good job with the cut fastball. Again, as you're a hitter, you see that fastball coming in, you think it's a bad fastball that you could do some damage, but then that late cut action gets on your hands. Very difficult to keep fair.
Quick throw over to first, and Borges is back. Halos last year as a team, 135 stolen bases, 5th in the American League. Another throw over. Top of the issue that we pointed out earlier as far as the Angels in 2011 with the on-base percentage was the struggles the team had with men in scoring position. Just a team batting average of 235. And that took a while to get to 235. Remember early on, the first couple of months of the season, it was tough to just stay around 200.
Yeah, I think guys trying to do too much. The success came along when they simplified their approach at the plate. Just wherever the pitch was thrown, go with it. If it's on the outside part of the plate, hit it the other way.
Over, Borges is going. Hosmer fires it down to Escobar, and the pickoff is concluded. 3 complete here at the Big A. It's scoreless.
The fresh flavor of the new Roja Wet Burrito from El Pollo Loco today. And by Southern California Toyota. Check out the full line of fuel-efficient vehicles at your Southern California Toyota dealer.
Top of the fourth with no score. Jared Weaver with 5 strikeouts back out there. Butler leading things off. Little spinner of a breaking pitch. Stays upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. 4, 5, and 6 for Kansas City. Butler, Frank Core, and Betancourt. Count even now to ball and a strike.
Well, Billy Butler, one of the better hitters as far as going the other way. 44 doubles last season. Very good as far as hitting the ball to right center field. Most times you'll see pitchers try to pound them in with fastballs because he has good plate coverage on the outer half.
Skies this one. Behind the bag at second. Ibar and Kendrick Howard with the call and the catch. There's out number 1. Let's take a look at our AT&T trivia question for tonight. Which 4 players in Angels history started 10 or more consecutive opening days?
It's a good one. I believe our own Tim Salmon has to be in there.
One would think. Jeff Francoeur, a little tapper. That is a fair ball. Nice job by Ian coming out from behind the plate. 2 outs.
That's a better feeling than a strikeout. You're getting in someone's kitchen that far. Nice job by Chris Iannetta bouncing out and feeling that ball in fair territory, making the throw.
2 pitches, 2 outs against Francoeur. Remember, the first one was that little slider that he hit off the end of the bat liner to Pujols, and then fastball in. Pick him next time.
He's always been an aggressive fastball hitter.
A ball and no strikes on Betancourt, the second baseman. Reached on the error by Trumbo. That was back in the second. Betancourt's always been one of those guys that sets up kind of with that slightly open stance, the old bail and wail. You get a fastball in or even a hanging breaking ball middle half in, he could drive it over the wall.
There's no question. Very successful in that part of the plate.
2 balls and 1 strike. Lifts this one in the air toward left center. Borges drifting back into his right. Jared Weaver has himself a 1-2-3 inning. As promised earlier in the game, here's a sneak peek at the Three Stooges, the movie. When Peter Borges was picked off and thrown out to end the third inning, will step up and lead things off here in the fourth inning for the Angels. He'll be followed by Howie Kendrick and then Albert Pujols. Weaver and Iannetta talking things over. Jared has had 3 innings. He's picked up 5 strikeouts and walked nobody. And Bruce Chen matching the zeros. 2 strikeouts, no walks, 3 hits. Slow breaking ball is in for a strike.
He's faced the minimum so far. You know, he's given up some hits. Helped by the double play and, of course, the pickoff last inning.
2 double plays turned by the Royals. Ibar rolls over this one. And it's a no ball, 2 strike count. Oh, 2 pitch. Fastball got him looking right down the middle. There's out number 1. Let's go back to our AT&T trivia question. We're talking about opening day. Which 4 players in Angels history started 10 or more consecutive opening days?
Bobby Grich in there?
Garrett Anderson, 13. Tim Salmon, 12. Brian Downing, 11. And the head coach of the University of Nebraska baseball team, Darren Erstad.
I haven't checked on him. How they've been doing so far?
I really don't know.
I've been checking out some games, but I haven't seen them yet. But you know they're going to play well eventually.
I was ready to sign on the dotted line when we had him in the booth last year. He was recruiting.
Definitely. Both have some eligibility left, don't we?
It's limited. It's so limited. Howie with a double his first time up. Had 30 of them last year. 1 for 1. 2 balls and 1 strike. Chen right now, as far as a guy that's not overpowering, but kind of putting on a clinic, almost pitching backwards a little bit. This one's fouled back, and I say that, I mean, just going back to the Ibar at bat, not too often you see a guy with 2 strikes. Basically in protect mode, a little contact hitter in Eric Ibar take a fastball right down the chute.
Again, the old adage is you got to look fastball and adjust to the all-speed pitches. He's doing a tremendous job as far as we mentioned, staying away from the middle part of the plate. Cut fastball, sliders in, change up, sinkers away, elevates the fastball very effectively.
Howie, a swing and a miss. The ball gets by Pena, and Howie will be on board for the second time, although he gets charged with a strikeout. More than likely a wild pitch also. So it puts a man on for the second time in this game for Albert Pujols. Albert 0 for 1. He lined into that inning-ending double play in the first inning.
Well, he likes opening day. Well, he pretty much likes every day at the plate, but 405 career on opening day, that's impressive.
Very familiar with the Royals since the Cardinals and Royals meet at I-70 meeting every year as Albert fouls one off to the right.
You think about 379 career batting average against Kansas City pitching. 16 career home runs. It's pretty good numbers.
Pops this one up left side of the infield. Moustakas comes charging down the line. 2 outs. Howie remains at first base. 2 away here in the 4th, and Torrey Hunter coming up. Torrey grounded out to short, leading off the second inning. 0 for 1.
One of those times for Torrey jump on a fastball if he gets one first pitch. A lot of times as a pitcher, you face a guy like Albert Pujols and you get him out, and all of a sudden you have a little bit of a letdown focus-wise. You look for a mistake here.
4 strikeouts now for Bruce Chen. No walks. He's yet to have a 3-ball count in this game. No balls and 1 strike. The split's fairly even too for Bruce Chen as far as the batting average against last year. 259. That's what lefties hit. Righties at 258. On this Angels team, Bobby Abreu with the best batting average against him career-wise. As Torrey went around, Bob Davidson rings him up. No balls and 2 strikes. Abreu with a 409 average against Bruce Chen.
Pretty close. Looked like he crossed the plate, though. Again, I think left-handers sometimes against Bruce Chen have a better chance because it's a lot of all-speed pitches, a lot of pitches away. You can stay back and drive it well the other way.
Chen humping up there at 89 miles per hour, missing outside. Royals signing him to a 2-year deal, $9 million, 4.5 per, with some incentives.
It's at 5-0-2 counts already in the game.
Kendrick over at first base. And Torrey lines from the left field, but Alex Gordon comes in, makes the catch on the sinking liner. That will end the inning. 4 complete. We have no score. Wireless receiver from AT&T Uverse. Visit AT&T.com/freeyourtv. Rethink possible. By CarMax. Start the search for your next car at CarMax. CarMax. Start here. And by Hawaiian Gardens Casino. Get your game on. Top of the 5th inning. Nice little pitchers battle here between Jared Weaver and Bruce Chen. Scoreless. Kansas City setting up the bottom third of their order. Moustakas, Pena, and Escobar. The first pitch, a big breaking ball that is in for a strike. Mike Moustakas, the third baseman, popped out. Mark Trumbo in his first AB of the season. That was in the second inning. Off-speed pitch off the end of the bat, right to Howie Kendrick. There's out number 1. Time for a Fox Sports game break. Here's Greg Wolf.
Number 27, catcher Ray Pena.
One out here in the 5th. No score. The catcher Pena is at the plate. This little breaking pitch is up high.
Well, Weaver did a nice job against Moustakis. A slow curveball at 68 miles an hour, followed up with a changeup.
Pena gets into one out toward deep right center field. Torrey Hunter is back near the warning track. Stepping onto the cinders, makes the catch, 2 outs. Fans, tomorrow the Halos take on the Royals. 1:05 start, and fans in attendance will receive a Big A fleece blanket courtesy of State Farm while supplies last. To purchase your tickets, visit the Angels Stadium ticket office or log on to angels.com. Don't forget, tomorrow afternoon's game, Fox Saturday Baseball. Kenny Albert and Mark Gubiza will have the call.
Should be fun.
Yeah, Luke Hochevar against Dan Herron. Ball and no strikes on Alcides Escobar, the shortstop, with a base hit in the third.
Well, if you're a pitcher, how good do you feel? Anything that stays in the yard is going to be caught. That ball was hit pretty well by Pena, but Torrey was able to track that down rather routinely.
Difficult at night as well here in this ballpark.
Just go after with the fastball. Even if you make a mistake, as long as you avoid the middle of the plate, you have a chance to keep it in the yard.
1-2 pitch, got him swinging. Iannetta fires on a Pujols, strikeout complete. A 1-2-3 inning, 9 in a row, retired by a Weaver. We're still scoreless. Copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball LP. Vernon Wells, Kendrys Morales, and Mark Trumbo against the left-hander Bruce Chen. First pitch is in for a strike. Wells had a base hit in the second inning. 1 for 1. Second season with the Angels. Makes his home in Texas this offseason, working with famed hitting coach Rudy Jaramillo just a little bit, tweaking some things. Pulls this one to the left side. Moustakis let the ball come up on him, but figures it out, fires it across the diamond, and there's the first out here in the fifth.
And that's what he was trying to avoid doing. Hit that ball back up the middle. That one kind of rolled over, hit a ground ball to third base, but worked hard as far as getting that swing back to where he was successful in Toronto. Up the middle, right center field. He's got a lot of power to right center field, Vernon has.
Kendrys looks at a strike. Grounded into the inning-ending double play in the second inning. 0 for 1. Count even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, you go back to that fateful day here. 2010, through 51 games, a .290 average, 11 home runs, 39 runs batted in. Big swing, fouls it back. And from the minute that Kendrys showed up in spring training this year, even though the expectations tempered, everyone around him had the expectations tempered. You just knew by looking at him, by talking to him, it's a lot different than what we saw last spring training. Fouls it off to the right. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Smile was there. The answers were different. A lot of times when players are trying to battle back from an injury, how you feeling? The old adage is, oh, I feel good. Well, that can go a lot of different ways. I'm just happy to be moving, period. But the reality is he was smiling, saying, I feel great. My timing's there. And boy, he took it right into his swings right away off the get-go.
This one fouled off to the right. Hosmer giving it a look near the railing, runs out of room. The count remains at 1 ball, 2 strikes. This one hit well out toward deep right center field. Lorenzo Cain going back at the wall. He'll reach up and make the catch for the second out of the inning. Gave it a ride, but as we talked about, that night air, difficult, especially for a right-handed batter trying to go that way.
Boy, tomorrow's game, that same swing by Kendrys, that ball is out of the ballpark. But Lorenzo Cain did a nice job of tracking, especially when you're dealing with the wall coming up, fastball, just in enough. He was unable to get his arms completely extended. Run it back to the wall, makes a play. But
Nice
well
job.
hit the other way.
Yeah, nice job by Cain tracking the baseball. Here's Trumbo, fouls one back just above us. It's no balls and 1 strike. Trumbo 0 for 1, a strikeout victim in the third. Fouls this one back, and it's no balls, 2 strikes. Scoreless with 2 outs here in the 5th inning. Joining us here in the booth, a little bit of a different look for you, especially with the specs on.
Yeah, that's a good look.
Hey, you see, that's what you look like. Hey. But what a terrific game so far. You talk about a pitcher's duel. I mean, you've got it. You kind of knew what to expect from Jared Weaver, but Bruce Chen continues to kind of just progress from what he's done over the last couple
Kind
of
of a
seasons.
contrast of pitchers, but both very successful. Bruce Chen 6-0-2 counts. Jared Weaver with that great fastball. Change up now. He's incorporating his slow curveball. Both of them doing a great job of staying out of the middle of the plate.
Trumbo, this one off the end of the bat toward left center field, and Cain is under it, makes the catch. A 1-2-3 inning for Chad. 5 in the book, still no score.
freeze cam. Midcourt ground ball, hard shot at Mark Trumbo to throw across, pulls Albert Pujols off, but reaches up with the baseball, touches the base before the foot goes down, but ruled safe. Looking at that replay shows that he was out at first base. The Coors Light freeze cam brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light.
Scoreless here in the top of the 6th inning. Top of the order due up for Kansas City. Jared Weaver, 60 pitches, 40 for strikes. 6 punch outs and no walks. 2 hits allowed, both coming into third. As a matter of fact, the leadoff base hit by Pena. That was followed by base hit by Escobar. And then Weaver struck out Gordon, Kane, and Hosmer in the third. This one lined down the left field side and out of play. Trailing into the seats. Gordon 0 for 2. He had a fly ball to center in the first. And the aforementioned punch out in the third. Oh, 2 count on Alex Gordon. Last year, the start that Weaver had to his season. March and April combined because he had 1 start at the end of March. 6-0 and a 1.14 ERA. And in May, I guess you can call it a hiccup since he jumped up to a whopping 3.38 ERA, but went 0-4 in that month as Gordon goes down swinging, and there's out number 1.
Right, what he does now on the mound is truly amazing. The way he sets up hitters. Coming in with a fastball, then you throw a breaking pitch underneath the hands inside. Very difficult for a hitter to do anything with because you're trying to protect against that fastball inside. Instead, you get a hard slider down and in and get a swing and miss. 7th strikeout of the game for Weaver.
Lorenzo Cain looks at a breaking pitch for a strike. Cain has struck out twice, once looking. That was in the first, once swinging on the slider in the third inning. Oh, 2 count.
Boy, setting up the youngster. First time around, you mentioned the strikeout. A lot of fastballs. Second time, more breaking pitches. Now back-to-back sliders. And you're still more apt to go with another slider, even though you can probably sneak a fastball by him, but force him to swing at something out of his zone.
Upstairs, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Cain, a Florida product. Tallahassee Community College. Drafted by the Milwaukee Brewers. Count even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out here in the 6th inning with no score. Swing and a miss. Change piece. Down goes Cain. 2 outs. Aerial coverage provided by Goodyear. Everything Goodyear has learned making tires that go the distance inspires what they roll into yours.
Well, you're a young hitter. You're walking back to the dugout. Couple sliders to start with, then a fastball up, fastball in, then a changeup.
Hosmer swinging first pitch, hits one sharply toward Howie Kendrick. Another 1, 2, 3 inning for Jared Weaver. That's 12 in a row retired by the right-hander. We head to the bottom of the 6th with no score. Packed house here at the Big A. No score. Nice little pitcher's duel going so far. Jared Weaver for the Angels. Bruce Chen, the lefty for Kansas City. And here at the bottom of the 6th inning, it'll be 8-9-1. Iannetta, Borges, and Ibar. 4 strikeouts for Bruce Chen. No walks. And 3 hits allowed. Iannetta strikeout victim in the 6th. So he's 0 for 1. As he lays off that breaking pitch. 1 ball, no strikes. Jerry Dipoto, the general manager of the Angels, trading for Chris Iannetta from the Colorado Rockies in exchange. Tyler Chatwood, right-handed pitcher.
Very patient at the plate, sees a number of pitches, good power, 14 home runs last year.
Chris will get the bulk of the duties. We would assume Bobby Wilson is the backup. 2 balls and 1 strike. Iannetta with the Rockies last year. 238 average, 14 home runs, 55 driven home. There's Bobby.
Bobby did a great job defensively in spring.
We want an appeal, and Bob Davidson says, sure, why not? Let's ring it up.
You definitely don't want to check swing if you're a right-handed batter. I'm not so sure about that one, though.
The Torrey Hunter one, I think he got right. This one?
No, I don't think so.
Not so much. Here's the 2-2. Jam shot out to center. Lorenzo Cain is there. 1 away. Time for a Fox Sports game break. Here's Greg Wolf. No score here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 1 out. Borges showing bunt. Takes that one just below the knees. And Chen thought perhaps he had a strike at the knees. 1 ball, no strikes.
Drury Lane has definitely established a high strike. Doesn't give you borderline pitches at the knees.
Borges takes a big rip, pulls it foul. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Peter, 1 for 1, had a base hit to right field in his first at bat. One thing we saw quite a bit of from Peter last year. The man knows how to bunt. He can deaden a baseball very well. The stock is creeping in at third base, and that pitch is down low. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Made a nice adjustment from the first half to the second half. Shorten up his stride. Get his hands a little bit lower, shorter swing through the baseball.
Top of the order, and Eric Ibar on deck. 2-1. And that is hooked foul down the line. Count even now at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Chopper toward the middle. Betancourt to his right. Tires Borges 2 away. And you're still getting those odd swings or emergency hacks, if you will, from Angel hitters against Bruce Chen.
Almost like they're guessing what he's going to throw. And as a pitcher, that's what you want. You want to have hitters guessing up there what you're going to try to get him out with. He's up with a fastball this time instead of, he thought maybe a changeup or a cut fastball in. His curveball has been very effective also.
Slow breaking pitch misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes on Ibar. 0 for 2 tonight. Struck out looking in the 4th. Off speed, popped him up. Hosmer, the first baseman, with the call. And Chen has himself a 1-2-3 inning. He's retired the last 5 in a row. Through 6, still no score.
with jalapenos, pepper jack cheese, and Santa Fe sauce. It's a spicy twist on a classic burger. By AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T, rethink possible. And by Dodge.
Top of the 7th inning, no score. The Royals have 4, 5, and 6 here against Jared Weaver, Billy Butler, Jeff Francoeur, Yuniesky Betancourt. Royals with 2 hits. They have left 3 men on base. The Halos with 3 hits, 1 error, and 1 man left on base. Billy Butler with a strikeout and a pop-up. 0 for 2 tonight. That pitch just missed off the plate. It's 1 ball, 1 strike.
And it didn't miss by a lot. Good spot, though. Good break to that slider.
Two balls and 1 strike.
Again, Jerry Lane has established his strike zone. He's been consistent. He'll give you the higher strikes, but not round the knee level.
He went around. Lane did not need Bob Davidson's assistance. Bob would have concurred.
I think so on that one for sure.
The 2-2. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Down goes Butler. There's out number 1.
It's almost unfair when you could paint a changeup on the outside corner. I mean, 79-mile-an-hour pitch. Perfect mechanics. You think fastball if you're a hitter because that's the same arm angle as his fastball. Then all of a sudden a differential between a 90-mile-an-hour pitch and a 79-mile-an-hour pitch.
Jeff Francoeur looks at a pitch outside. One of the few pitches we've seen Jared overthrow tonight. He falls behind on Francoeur. 2 balls and no strikes. Francoeur is 0 for 2 with a line out. A little tapper that Iannetta had near home plate.
You almost assumed he was going to take that first pitch because 2 pitches, 2 outs.
Francoeur pulls one over the head of Mark Trumbo, headed toward the left field corner. No fan interference. Francoeur stops at second as well as gets the baseball back in. A 1-out double by Jeff Francoeur.
And that's when Francoeur is very dangerous. He's looking fastball. He's in a fastball count and got one. Inner half, turned on it. Line drive right over Mark Trumbo's head and down the line.
Snaps a string of 13 consecutive batters retired by Weaver. Man in scoring position for the 2nd time tonight for Kansas City.
Also, Chris Iannetta go out to talk to him again with the signs with the man on second. Hasn't had that opportunity in quite some time, as you mentioned. Retired a bunch in a row.
Betancourt, the second baseman, 0 for 2. Reached on the error. A fly ball to center. Trumbo playing just about even with the bag at third. Outfield straight away against Betancourt. Outside. 2 balls and no strikes. 79 pitches thrown by Weaver. Torrey Hunter on right field. Not too deep in right. Francoeur with decent speed. Pretty good lead over at second base. Off speed pitch. Missed outside, and it's 3 balls and no strikes. Mike Moustakas, the third baseman, is on deck. Pickoff attempt, and they got him. Perfect throw, perfect execution by Weaver and Kendrick. 2 outs.
Boy, Ned Yost looking on thinking, oh, you're already in scoring position there, but that's a great timing play put on by Howie. Jared Weaver has really improved as far as his pickoff. Spin move, perfect throw. Howie did a nice job of keeping that foot by the base and gets a tag out. Well, that's a big play here. Footwork excellent for Jared Weaver.
3-0 pitch. Strike on the outside corner. Betancourt started to take a walk up the first base line, something that he's not known for.
Boy, 3-0 count, and you're able to pick a guy off at second base. Just a tremendous job by Howie putting that play on.
Off the end of the bat. Full count now. Betancourt had just a total of 16 walks last year at 556 ABs. Walking's not his thing.
No, he's hacking.
Yeah. Full count with 2 outs. The payoff pitch popped up. Third base side. Looks like it's in play. Trumbo and Iannetta. Neither one of them get it. A little miscommunication there. And on top of that, looked like Mark just overran the baseball.
Just looking, trying to get a feel. Again, we talked about the difference, the way the baseball comes down by playing third base as compared to first.
So another 3-2 pitch on its way. Off speed, looped out towards shallow left, and Ibar can't get it. It falls in for a hit. Boy, good pitch by Jared Weaver. Betancourt way out in front, just got it off the end of the bat.
Talking about taking the hips away from a hitter. That's what he was able to do so against Betancourt, but he just kept his hands back long enough through the strike zone to be able to flare that into the outfield. Great changeup. See the hips open, but kept the hands back. Able to fight it into the outfield for a flare over Eric Ibar.
There was an error charged according to the scoreboard on that foul pop-up. Not sure if Trumbo got charged with it or Iannetta. Mike Butcher paying to visit. 84 pitches thrown by Weaver.
Again, Ned Yost sitting in that dugout, probably thinking of Jeff Francoeur. You know, at that spot, 3-0 count. You got to make sure that the pitcher goes home, but Weaver did a nice job of picking him off. That base hit would have more than likely provided a run.
Mike Moustakas, the batter. He's the third baseman for Kansas City. 2 outs at Betancourt standing at first. 1 ball, no strikes.
It's a good visit, though, by Mike Butcher to come out just to calm Jared down. Very, very competitive on the mound. Jared Weaver, he made a good pitch there. He got a flare into the outfield.
Big swing by Moustakas, fouls it back. Count even at 1 ball, 1 strike. The Angels in the bottom of the 7th inning have 2, 3, and 4 coming up. Kendrick, Pujols, and Hunter. The Royals have action in their bullpen. Aaron Crow, the fireballer, loosening already. Bruce Chen may be done, especially with the middle part of the order coming up. 1-1 pitch inside. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Well, last year that was a plus, the bullpen for the Royals. The starting rotation struggled at times.
Royals starters last year with a 4.82 ERA. The bullpen at 3.74 earned run average. Down low, 3 balls and a strike on Moustakas.
Again, you get those extra pitches thrown on a pop-up that looked like it was going to be the end of the inning. You know, 7 extra pitches when that error occurred back in the 2nd inning, and here we are again. Now falling behind 3-1. Just try to calm yourself. If you're Jared Weaver, come back. There's something on the outer half and down.
Pena, the catcher, on deck. The 3-1 pitch. Moustakas grounds this one to second base. Howie Kendrick has it. The inning comes to an end. No runs, 2 hits, 1 left on. 7th inning stretch time here at the Big A. We are scoreless. Turn things over to David Courtney here at the Gooby, for the first time this year, your favorite song, Buttercup, is on the speakers. Let's go back to our Hyundai key to the game.
Well, the key, welcome to the machine. Albert Pujols going to be coming up second in this inning, an RBI machine, nicknamed that for years, playing with the Cardinals. Hopefully get an opportunity to drive some runs in right here.
Bruce Chen tonight, 6 innings on 75 pitches, 3 hits allowed, 4 strikeouts. The big right-hander coming in. Aaron Crow. Product out of the University of Missouri, just 25 years of age. Last year, a 4-4 mark in 57 games. A 2.76 ERA. He can rush it up there.
And a nasty slider also.
Quickly falls behind on Howie Kendrick at 2 balls and no strikes.
Well, in spring training, they had him as a potential starter, but with the injury to Soria, their closer, done for the year, moved him back to the bullpen where he was so effective last season.
Howie swinging through that one. Two balls and 1 strike. Kendrick 1 for 2, had a double in the first. Struck out and reached on a wild pitch in the fourth and was stranded there. Nasty breaking pitch there. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, you got to have a lot of confidence in that pitch. 2-1 count. You're behind in the count. You throw that out of the strike zone. You look on deck. You see Albert Pujols, so you're more apt to get the fastball if you're Howie Kendrick with a nasty slider. Confidence.
Breaking pitch rolled foul. Aaron Crow, twice a first-round selection. Picked up by the Nationals, 9th overall in 2008, did not sign, and then the Royals the following season took him 12th overall. In the dirt, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Crow, all he needed as far as seasoning was concerned was 1 year in the minors, and that was in 2010. Pujols on deck. Torrey Hunter to follow. Wells if we get that far. Swing and a miss. Kendrick goes down swinging. There's out number 1. Challenged him. Crow wins this battle. 1 out here in the 7th.
96-mile-an-hour fastball.
First pitch in for a strike. Pujols tonight 0 for 2. Lined into a double play in the first inning. Popped out to Moustakas at 3rd in the 4th. 96-mile-per-hour fastball with some movement down and in.
Hides the baseball very well. Difficult to pick up.
Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss on the breaking pitch. Down goes Pujols. Back-to-back strikeouts for Aaron Crow.
A lot of times you wonder how you're going to do when you make that pitching change. Bruce Chen threw the ball so well, but then you bring Aaron Crow in, now throwing 95, 96, and a nasty slider after Bruce Chen was throwing sinkers, changeups.
Completely other end of the spectrum with Bruce Chen versus Aaron Crow, on top of the fact that one's lefty and the other one's right-hander, but Crow just rushing it up there. Swinging a miss on the breaking pitch and not wasting any time either.
That's the key. All 3 pitchers today, Jerry Weaver, Bruce Chen, and Aaron Crow here, not wasting time in between pitches. If you're a youngster, that's how you pitch.
Check swing. They wanted appeal. Did not go. 1-2 count on Torrey Hunter, who's 0 for 2 at the ground out and a fly ball to left. Torrey went around on that one, and Aaron Crow has struck out the side. 7 complete at the Big A with no score.
against the Kansas City Royals. Both day games, Luke Hochaber versus Dan Herron and Jonathan Sanchez on Sunday versus Urban Santana, followed by a trip to Minnesota for a day game off day, then off to New York and back home against the Oakland A's, and then the Baltimore Orioles.
Here we are in the top of the 8th inning. No score. Pena, Escobar, Gordon to face Jared Weaver. 9 strikeouts through 7. The breaking pitch is down low. Pena tonight 1 for 2. A base hit in the 3rd inning, a fly ball to right in the 5th. Off-speed pitch rolled over to Howie Kendrick. 1 away. I mentioned the 9 strikeouts for Jared Weaver, and it got us thinking, opening day, what's the Angels' all-time record for strikeouts on opening day? And wouldn't you know it, Nolan Ryan did it twice, 12 strikeouts in the games. 1973, 1975, both against the Kansas City Royals.
He had some success.
I do believe
the Kansas City Royals.
I do believe my old man was racked up there a couple times.
Oh, he put the ball in play.
Yeah, no chance. That ball lifted high to left field. Edberg makes the catch for out number 2. Fans come spend Easter with the Angels and enjoy savings of 50% off select seating locations. Use the password Easter when purchasing your tickets. For more information and to purchase your tickets, visit angels.com/Easter or just go over to the Angels Stadium ticket office. Now it's got me curious as to how many times he actually got them. Always love making that phone call.
Yeah, he'll be real happy that you reminded everybody of the fact that he might have punched out against Noel, but quite a few people did so.
Alex Gordon takes that pitch in for a strike. I don't think Gordon thought it was a strike. It's 0-1. Gordon tonight 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts and a fly ball out as the changeup is down low.
Jared's so good as far as throwing back-to-back changeups. So often you see pitchers shy away from that. You figure you come with a fastball after a changeup, but if you have that ability and confidence to throw back-to-back changeups, it could be very effective.
Just missed outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. That'll even the count. Lorenzo Cain, the center fielder, is on deck. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Down goes Gordon. Another 1-2-3 inning for Jared Weaver. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Wells, Morales, and Trumbo with no score. No score as we start the bottom of the 8th inning. The Rally Monkey has made his first appearance of the season. Aaron Crow back out for his second inning of work. He had a very easy 7th inning, 3 up, 3 down. He took care of Howie Kendrick, Albert Pujols, and Torrey Hunter via the strikeout. Here in the 8th, it'll be Wells, Morales, and Trumbo. And there is no one loosening in the pen for the Angels. That's how sharp Jared Weaver has been tonight.
Boy, outstanding effort by Weave tonight.
Breaking pitch down in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes on Vernon. 1 for 2 tonight with a single in the second, a ground ball to third, and that came in the 5th inning. 7 total hits combined for these two teams tonight. Kansas City with 4, the Halos with 3. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball, and it's a 1 ball, 1 strike count.
Well, you have a lot of confidence in that pitch if you throw that when you're behind the count 1-0. Such a sharp break to it. It looks like a fastball, and you make that commitment to get a swing and miss.
One. This one fouled back. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Now that was a hanging slider. He got away with that one.
The 1-2. This one fouled back. Pena wanted that pitch on the outside part of the plate, and it ran back in on the hands of Wells. Fought it off.
You have that type of movement. If anytime you drop your elbow at all with that fastball, it's going to have that running acid. Flattens it out. Becomes a more hittable pitch. Probably comes slider now.
This one hit in the air to shallow left. Gordon coming in. Escobar going out. Gordon makes the catch. And there's out number 1.
Now tonight's cold hard fact is brought to you by Frost Brew Coors Light. Candice Morales is one of 3 Angels ever with 30-plus home runs, 40-plus doubles in one season. Doug DeSantis and Garrett Anderson, the other 2. Batting from the left side, this at bat for Candice Morales, his better side generally.
Kendrick with more of a lift swing from the left side compared to that on the right side of the plate. Takes a fastball down the pipe for a strike. Kendrick tonight 0 for 2. Double play ball in the second inning. And took Lorenzo Cain to the base of the wall in right center field in the 5th. We had him fooled on that breaking pitch. No balls, 2 strikes. A quasi overshift for Kansas City against Morales. Escobar almost directly behind the bag at second. This one pulled to the right side, and Betancourt's not going to get this one. A base hit for Kendrick Morales. More than likely get a pinch runner here with 1 out in the 8th. Sure enough, Alexi Amarista making his first opening day roster with a fantastic spring. Takes over for Kendrick at first base with 1 out, and Trumbo coming up. Trumbo an 0 for 2 night offensively. A strike down the fly ball to center field. 2 errors committed, or at least charged to him in this game. One on a ground ball, a missed throw to first. The other on a drop pop-up in foul territory. As Amarista just does get that hand back in ahead of Hosmer's tag.
Last season, base stealers were successful. 6 out of 7 attempts. Aaron Crow on the hill. Very difficult to throw with that type of movement that he has.
Trumbo looks at his strike at 95-mile-per-hour fastball. Dino Evil flashing the signs to Amarista. Trumbo right off the center field. Kane's going to play on a hop. Back-to-back hits for the Angels. Runners at first and second with 1 out. First time the Angels have had a man in scoring position since the first. And that was the Howie Kendrick double.
Came in with a fastball. Trumbo strong enough to fight that one off. It had some good movement on the inner half. But Trumbo hits that well in the center field for a base hit, able to tuck his hands in long enough to be able to fight it in for a base hit.
Chris Iannetta, the batter. Greg Holland, the right-hander, is up now. One ball, no strikes.
You can keep an eye on with Aaron Crow because of his moving fastball and hard slider. At times can overthrow that. 9 wild pitches last year.
Iannetta tonight 0 for 2 with a strike and the fly ball out. 1-0 pitch. That's pulled into left field, a base hit. Gordon has a very good arm. Dino Ebel's going to stop Amarista at third base. Gordon not playing very deep in left field and possessing a very strong arm for a left fielder. Dino Ebel not taking a chance there. The bases are loaded for Peter Borges.
Right decision, too. Not only does Alex Gordon have a good arm, but he's played third base before in the major league. You can see how he charges that ball on the ground. Got himself in perfect throw-in position.
And Ned Yost have seen enough of Aaron Crow. The Angels with the bases loaded here in the 8th. A pitching change with no score. Bases loaded with 1 out. Of pitching change. We'll take a look at the Burger King box score for tonight.
Well, Howie Kendrick had that double early in the ballgame, well hit in center field, but it's been these last 3 at-bats with Kendrick Morales getting started, Mark Trumbo base hit, Iannetta with a base hit. Peter Borges was quick early in the ballgame on a fastball on the inner half. Wants to get a pitch right now, elevated enough to hit the ball in the air to get this run across.
Greg Holland is the pitcher for Kansas City. Last year, 46 games, a 5-1 record, a 1.80 ERA. Did have 4 saves. A former 10th round pick in 2007. The 26-year-old to face the youngster Peter Borges with the bases loaded. Amarista, the pinch runner at third. Trumbo at second. Iannetta at first base. Royals defensively on the infield, playing halfway, looking for that double play ball. And Borges fouls off the fastball that's at 96 miles per hour straight back, and it's 0-1.
But he got the fastball up. That's what you want as a hitter, to be able to hit the ball in the air. Holland with a fastball, 93 to 96 curve, and a very good split finger fastball.
Outfield also very shallow for Kansas City. Stock is now just about even with the bag at third base. Hosmer just in front of Iannetta standing at first. Borges tonight with a base hit in the 3rd inning, a ground out to Betancourt, the second baseman, in the 6th. A 1-for-2 night.
And a little different when you're playing at night, trying to see the signs put down by the catcher. as compared to all those day games you're used to in Arizona in spring training.
Holland, a product of Western Carolina University, debuted in the big leagues with the Royals in 2010, pitching in only 15 games with a 6.75 ERA, but certainly turned the corner last year in Kansas City. And now he wants to run through the signs once again.
And the sign's different with a man on second also for him.
Collins 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. And it's no balls and 2 strikes. Jared Weaver, 10 strikeouts through 8 innings. 4 hits allowed. A spectacular opening day start for the right-hander. Three consecutive hits for the Halos here in the 8th, chasing Aaron Crow. Greg Holland on in relief. Holland's ready. Here's the 0-2. Trying to overthrow the fastball. Missing way outside. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
So Pena wanted that fastball elevated. Instead, Holland overthrows it, throws a fastball off the outside corner and down. Very difficult pitch for a catcher to catch and keep it in front of him. Thinking in terms he might try to throw a split finger fastball here.
Here's the 1-2. Gorgeous little ground ball on the left side. Mustakas can't. Escobar, the run scores, and the Angels take a 1-0 lead.
That's one of those tough plays. Escobar coming in, but it's screened by Mustakas trying to make that play himself. But it's a tough play for a third baseman because you're going away from the throw. And that speed of Amarista and, of course, the speed of Peter Borges. Nice job of just making contact. And the screen there might even deflect it off the glove of Mustakas into Escobar. More difficult play with it. Both infielders trying to converge, but Amarista got a very good jump from third base.
Base hit for Peter Borges, picks up the RBI. Back to the top of the order. Bases still loaded. Eric Ibar at the plate. Pitch out. Royals anticipating a squeeze situation, and it's 1 ball, no strikes.
Certainly the Angels had that in their playbook as far as a squeeze. It's although it is more difficult with the bases loaded because then you have the force play at the plate.
That's pulled into right field. That's going to go for extra bases. Trumbo is in to score. Iannetta's going to score. Borges being waved around. The relay to the plate. Not in time. Bases clearing triple for Eric Ibar. The Angels have a 4-0 lead.
Boy, just a quick bat for Eric Ibar. Pitch up. That's what you want as a hitter, trying to get a ball elevated, gets it over the head. And boy, how fast was Peter Borges from first? Quick inside with that fastball for Eric Ibar. Hands through the baseball and down the right field line. Francoeur did a nice job of cutting it off and getting it in quick to the relay Betancourt, but Borges is just so fast, able to score from first, but the ball didn't even go to the wall.
3 of those runs charged to Aaron Crow. You see the throw on the foul side of home plate. Tough play for Pena blindly to try to get to Peter Borges, who slides in ahead of the tag. Eric Ibar, who had 8 triples last year, picks up his first this year and 3 runs batted in. Howie looks at a breaking ball for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike on Howie Kendrick. Still 1 out here in the 8th.
All started with a great at bat by Kendrys Morales, getting it through that infield, even though they were playing on the pole on the infield.
This one fouled straight back. A 1-ball, 2-strike count. So Aaron Crow, who sailed through the 7th inning through Kendrick, Pujols, and Hunter with 3 strikeouts, got the leadoff man in Vernon Wells, and gave up 3 straight hits to Morales, Trumbo, and Iannetta before being removed. Breaking pitch, slow roller up the line, foul. But still a 1-ball, 2-strike count on Howie. Albert Pujols on deck. A 4-run 8th inning for the Angels here. What has been, for the most part, a pitcher's duel between these two teams. Bruce Chen got the start for Kansas City and was spectacular through 6. Jared Weaver spectacular through 8 with 10 strikeouts. Howie rolls it foul on the third base side, and the count remains at 1-2.
More than likely, you're going to see Weaver done for the night also.
Aerial coverage provided by Goodyear. Everything Goodyear has learned, making tires that go the distance, inspires what they roll into yours. Missed inside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two on its way. Swing and a miss. Now he goes down swinging on the off-speed pitch. 2 outs. So Albert Pujols comes up. Going to intentionally walk him. And so it appears with Pena flashing the 4 fingers. Albert 0 for 3 tonight. And there is ball 1. Pujols last year, 15 intentional walks. He's led or tied for the league lead 5 times in his career. The most being 44, and that was in 2009. Torrey Hunter will come up. 9th man to bat here in the 8th. And that walk, folks, first base on balls issued in this game by either side. Torrey, just like Albert, 0 for 3. Hunter has grounded out, hit a fly ball to left, and struck out. Breaking pitch in for a strike. The Royals in the 9th inning have 2, 3, and 4 due up. Lorenzo Cain, Eric Hosmer, and Billy Butler. Torrey flips one out to shallow right field. Jeff Francoeur coming on, can't get it. RBI base hit, and it is 5-0 Angels. It's a line shot into right in the scorebook.
And an RBI also in that protection to keep clubs from walking Albert Pujols. Torrey with a big smile. Well-placed baseball in the outfield.
So 2 on, 2 outs here in the 8th. Hey folks, hitting the road, take the Angels with you this season. Subscribe to MLB.tv today to see every Angels out-of-market game live online and on your favorite devices in HD quality. Visit Angels.com to learn and get more details. Gooby, MLB.tv.
It's everywhere.
Baseball everywhere. Just getting started, baby steps.
Thank you for allowing me to be part of that.
No problem. Here's Vernon. Wells was the guy that started off this 8th inning with a fly ball to left. Breaking pitch down low. Two balls and no strikes on Vernon Wells. Scott Downs, the left-hander, is loosening for the Angels in the bullpen. And I would think, who knows? Obviously, it is game number 1. Jared has thrown 97 pitches. You kind of give him the flavor of going back out there. There's a strike, 2-1.
With the length of this inning, too, though, the cool down period for Jared, I'm not sure. He may go out for one batter, the right-handed batter, then bring in Scott Downs. But I think Mike Scioscia likes to bring guys out of the bullpen with a clean slate with nobody on base.
Vernon skies this one near home plate. Pena knocking the helmet off. Moustakas calls him off, makes the catch. The inning comes to an end, but the Angels erupt for 5 runs here in the 8th. The big one, the Eric Ibar bases loaded triple. We head to the 9th. Halos on top 5-0. Take on the Royals. Fox Saturday Baseball returns tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. Pacific, beginning with our all-new pregame show that covers all the big stories and gets you ready for the first pitch on Fox. Halos up 5-0. Top of the 9th inning, Scott Downs has come on in place of Jared Weaver. Eric Ibar with the bases clearing triple.
Well, he was super quick on that fastball. It was in the inner half and elevated.
Downs last year, spectacular for the Angels. He'll face 2, 3, and 4, Kane, Hosmer, and Butler. New third baseman for the Angels, Alberto Callaspo, takes over for Mark Trumbo. He was pinch run for. Pardon me, he wasn't pinch run for. It was Kendrys Morales pinch run for. So straight up defensive change for the Angels. Lorenzo Cain tonight 0 for 3. 3 strikeouts. Two balls and 1 strike on Cain. Jared Weaver tonight 8 innings, 4 hits, 10 strikeouts, no walks. This down low, and it's 3-1.
Well, he struck at Alex Gordon 3 times and Lorenzo Cain 3 times.
Downs, the 36-year-old left-hander, Kentucky native, delivers. It's Cain to ground one over to Howie Kendrick. Goes out number 1.
Scott Downs so effective throwing his fastball, whether it's against a lefty or a righty. Gets inside very effectively. Good breaking pitch. Not afraid to throw his changeup to either lefties or righties.
Fastball catches the outside corner. No balls and 1 strike. Hosmer tonight 0 for 3. A fly ball to left, a strikeout, and a ground out. Oh, 1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Big sweeping breaking ball from Scott Downs. And it's a no ball, 2 strike count.
See a lot of times where Scott Downs will try to paint the fastball inside.
Check swing. He went around. It's Jerry Lane, 2 down. Royals down to the last out. Billy Butler's coming to the plate. Butler tonight 0 for 3. 2 strikeouts and a pop-up. Scott Downs trying to finish this one off. Give Jared Weaver his first victory of 2012. First pitch is down low. 1 ball, no strikes. Outfield straight around against Butler. Pretty good pop the opposite way. Good gap-to-gap hitter. Started to pull the ball more so over the last year to 2 seasons.
You're looking to see more home run power at him, and to do so, you have to look in the inner half and try to drive the ball like that.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Grounded foul. This one off the screen. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Downs is ready. Iannetta set up inside the 1-2 out toward right field. Torrey Hunter is there. Light that baby up for the first time in 2012. The Halos pick up the victory, shutting out the Kansas City Royals by the final of 5-0.
Boy, what an outstanding job by Mike Scioscia's ball club. Jerry Weaver set the tone. 8 shutout, dominant innings. Of course, the offense comes to life with 5 runs in the 8th inning, started by Kendrys Morales, getting a big base hit to get it rolling. Mark Trumbo, big base hit, but the bases clearing triple by Eric Ibar. Defense there, specifically on that right side of the infield with Howie Kendrick and Albert Pujols.
Unbelievable pitching performance. Bruce Chen did a nice job through 6 innings. Jared Weaver was better. 8 innings, 10 strikeouts. He picks up the victory. No walks for Jared. And then Scott Downs has himself a 1-2-3 top of the 9th. The Halos getting 3 straight hits with 1 out there in the 8th inning to knock Aaron Crow out, a guy the inning before who looked just flat out electric.
Well, his fastball 95, 96, some nasty sliders, but the adjustments made by the hitters started by Kendrys Morales, get it through the infield to start it off with that base hit, and then it is carried from that point forward.
Now, what did you think about Jared's performance and the ability he had to dominate and really kind of keep that Royals lineup in check?
Well, I think he did a great job as far as using his fastball early on, but then as the game progressed, a lot of good changeups and breaking pitches.
Well, the Angels win it once again by the final of 5-0. It's our pleasure now, I believe, to welcome in one of those offensive players for the Angels. Torrey Hunter is going to join us here momentarily. We're trying to figure out the audio.
Microphone check.
There he is. He is ready to go.
He's checking in right now.
Let's welcome in Torrey Hunter. And Torrey, appreciate the time as always, my man. It's nice to see the Angels pick up the victory here on opening day. Great crowd, obviously the anticipation of the season. It's nice to get this one under your belt and, more importantly, pick up the W.
Oh, definitely, man. There was a lot of energy flowing in here today, and these guys had us all pumped up. And I think that it's our first game, opening day. We were pumped up, man. We were swinging hard. You know, they got a pretty good pitching staff over there, but I think we this first day we did a little too much.
Well, Torrey, what about the job Weave did on the hill out there? 8 shutout, dominant innings for you guys.
Oh, Weave was out there. He was fantastic, man. He had his off-speed working. He's already game ready, man. We just coming out of spring training. This guy's throwing, curveballs, changeups, fastball by guys. So he did a great job today. He kept us in it.
Hey, Torrey, we know that you're not overly shy type, but I want to ask you, who has the advantage early in the season, pitchers or the offensive players?
Everybody knows pitchers, man. They've been there 2-3 weeks before we got the spring training, so pitchers do have the advantage. It takes us a while to catch up, so watch out. 24 hours from now, we'll be back.
Torrey, that you squared up that baseball to get that RBI base hit, didn't you?
Boy, I was praying. Those guys got good arms out there in the bullpen. These guys throwing hard with good off speed. I just wanted to get something up, and I was lucky today. Thank you.
Torrey, as always, we appreciate it. Give it up for Torrey Hunter. The Angels picking up the victory here this evening against the Kansas City Royals. Once again, the final 5-0. Stay tuned for Angels Live. It's Michael Eaves, Jose Mota, Tip Salmon. We'll have all the highlights, interviews, and analysis breaking down the game. Don't forget, Angels Live is coming up next.